Hello, I am ToiletJon, and welcome to John Talks. Hypixel still hasn't reached out to me. I am still ToiletJon with an H, so if you want to come visit my island, it's open to all comers. I got a little AFK pool, got some stuff going on here. Another work farm down there, potato farm. I'll show it to you real quick. Potato minions, good potato minions, always good, and a pretty decent sized potato farm. It could stand to be a little bigger. But today we're going to be talking about acceptance, accepting things we can't control and accepting the things we can control. And while we do this, I'm going to be burning myself to death. So don't mind me. So we haven't uploaded a John Talks in a little bit, and I guess it kind of is in a runabout way. It's kind of like a conversation about accepting that and accepting things you can't control. Let's start out with the little things, like accepting that even though you want to upload a video or create something, that you just don't have the time or you're not in the mental space, and you have to accept that you're not doing the thing that you feel is most important, that you should be doing. And it's difficult because when it comes to creating, at least for me, I feel like there's a must, like a need to be creative. Like if I'm not creating, then I genuinely do feel worthless. And I've had many people tell me, even in bad spurts in my life, that I just need to stop. But it's just never how I've worked. I like working. I like making videos, but it's hard for me to accept the fact that I can't upload every day. It's hard for me to accept the fact that I can't produce good content every day, or the content won't be accepted the way I want it to be. Because I want to upload John Talks every day. I want to sit here and talk to you about how I feel. I guess we'll talk to myself and publish it to the internet to see how other people are feeling. But sometimes it just doesn't happen, and it's hard for me to accept. That's just a small example. We'll move on to bigger, grand examples as I burn myself alive. Potato. So another example I can throw out here real quick is accepting. I know we've talked a little bit about this. Accepting when people decide to leave your life, and the best ways to deal with that. And I don't think there's good ways to deal with losing friends or losing people that you're close to, whether it be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a non-binary partner, or just anyone in your life that you look up to, or maybe that you're close to as friends. Friend groups. I've been a part of many friend groups in my life. I'm part of friend groups now, and I've seen a lot of them end. I've seen a lot of naturally ending, just we don't hang out no more. It's time for this to be over, and accepting that is a little more bittersweet. And there's some times where not everyone's in agreement, and maybe you're not wanted in a friend group, and people push you out of said friend group, and maybe it's justified. Maybe it's not, but through your own perspective, you see it through your eyes, and you have to try to come to acceptance of what happened with you and why these things have occurred. And it's difficult sometimes because you don't want to see that. Not want to see. It's hard to move past. It's hard to accept and move past it, because even though you want to still be friends with these people, or maybe you don't, it's hard to accept because you're putting that on yourself. You feel like it's your fault that you're not in that friend group, or maybe you think it's your fault that these things didn't turn out the way. Maybe you could have done something differently, and you overthink. Maybe like I do, I overthink everything, and you're sitting in your room at 8 a.m. staring at the ceiling, wondering what you did wrong. And you're trying to come to acceptance that these people that you spent every day with are no longer there. It's a hard thing to accept because it could change your whole social dynamic, or your whole real environment that you go around online or in real life. I think that for me, uh, it's been difficult because I would like to think that the people I record with are my friends, uh, even though sometimes it doesn't work out the way I would like it to, or or things just don't pan out the way you think they're going to. Um, but coming to acceptance, it took me a while because I lost some friends. I lose friends all the time, but I've lost friends before, and some of those friends were in videos of mine. And once those people leave, you're left with not only this big gap of things that you used to do and can no longer do, but you're also in this other gap of you don't have accessibility to people who can do A, B, or C. It's just you. And over time, I've made new friends. I've come to accept that things aren't always going to pan out or work out the way you think they're going to, and that's all right. It's a hard thing to accept when you're friends with somebody or you're with somebody romantically and those things don't work out. But I think the important thing to remember is that life isn't just about us or you. It is about everyone. I just don't think that everything's revolved around one friend group or one person. I would like to think that we're bigger than that, that we're just not small people, just looking at ourselves in the mirror and telling ourselves how great we are and how big and important we are. I do think it's important to take that step back and realize that even though these things aren't a part of your life, you can come to accept the reality of your situation and move on from it. I don't think we do that. I think we like to harbor and we like to hate and keep strife within our life, either because it's a normal feeling for us, or maybe that feeling drives us. So we confuse drive with hate. We confuse compassion with envy, jealousy with love, and these things that we continue to do to each other are just awful. I've come to accept a long time ago that people in my life will come and go. I've accepted that since I was 18. You can't keep people in your life if they don't want to be there. And you can't keep friends around if they don't want to be there either. And that doesn't even say anything negative on the people who chose not to be friends with you. I think, again, you can be in a friend group and you can be disliked by a majority of the friend group, and that friend group decides they don't want you there because you either make them uncomfortable or you're just not vibing, you're not colliding. Maybe you go to them all the time and with things that are going on and they just don't want to hear it, which friends or not, you got to kind of look at yourself and take that all in and maybe realize a little bit about yourself as well. Acceptance is just fucking hard, dude. Talking about it through another hard situation, accepting life's changing, or maybe accepting, sort of the way things are going, because I'm about to be 24, and if I didn't accept the things that are in my life about 2 or 3 years ago, I would still be in the same position I was when I was 22 or 21. The fact of that I don't have an income, I don't have stable money coming in, and if, I don't know, YouTube went down, or maybe things didn't work out or pan out the way I wanted them to, I would probably never amount to anything. And accepting that change has allowed me to try to better myself, and I think I wouldn't have tried to better myself if I didn't accept the way things were going in my life. We'll talk a little bit more about acceptance while I burn myself to death, but there's also many more important things to remember about acceptance, because an important thing to remember is to try to accept yourself. I know that might be hard, but accepting yourself, it's important. I feel like a lot of us go through life hating who we are. Maybe not a majority, but I know a lot of people, maybe a lot of people even watching this video, do not like the person they are. And maybe that's because someone put that in your mind, or maybe that's just how you feel. I'm going to burn myself real quick. I got to be quick about this. Give me a second. Because this hurts. And I got it. Wait. Oh, I almost had it. Oh, my God. That was so close. I don't think I can get it with 4. Maybe. I was trying to... Oh, no. Oh, fuck. This guy's in my way. I hate you, guy. I'm trying to talk about acceptance and bullshit, and you're just standing there getting in my flame way. Anyway. I'm glad to go get more of those. Accepting yourself may be really hard. I don't think many people want to, because they want to either justify the reason people left is because you yourself are a shitty person and don't deserve friends, or maybe you just can't. Maybe you just see yourself as a flawed person, and in your own mind you don't think that you deserve that acceptance. You don't even deserve that love from yourself, and I hope that one day you can look at yourself and accept who you are. I don't think that doesn't mean you can't change, or that means the person you are now is the definitive you, but I do think it's important to realize and accept who you are, because the people we are will become the people we want to be in the future. No one got anywhere in a day, and maybe you won't either. Maybe it'll take years for you to become the person you always wanted to be, and that's fine. It doesn't matter how long it takes to burn yourself to death. Just as long as you accept yourself along the way and realize that things will be okay. I know this was a bit rambly, but I do hope you enjoyed John Talks. Acceptance was something I wanted to talk about because it's something I've dealt with personally, trying to accept myself and who I am, who I really am. And it can be difficult because I did not like myself for the longest time, and going through depression, it can really throw you for a loop, because it just eats off of your non-existent self-esteem. You're melting ego and your nihilistic thoughts. I think we let those win way too often. And I hope if there's one thing you can take away here, is that acceptance just doesn't have to be for situations or other people. It should be for yourself too. Learn to accept yourself. This has been ToiletJon, trying to burn himself to death. 3rd day in a row. Signing out.